I refuse to let the world end here. I swear, I will stop this.
Hey, this is Timmara, signing on with what's probably going to be the finale of Code Vein. Alright, so, here we go. Last time we just spent some time going over the vestiges that we had to still go through. We did that, it's done now, and so now we're going to move on forward. I do not have the proper build for this, but whatever the... onward to Silva. Because I'm pretty sure this is the end of the game. We got EO with us because she wanted to be around for it. We did all, at least as far as I think, all the main game vestiges and everything. So we're just gonna, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the end. So we got probably JRPG, string of boss fights, probably. This is really building up to be end game material, so I figure that's where we're going right now with this. His braid beards are so mighty they're clipping through the floor. Alright, here we go. I haven't played in like a week, so now this is gonna be the first fight we're gonna get into. This is gonna go great. Yeah, I've got those too. On my blood veil. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's see how bad this gets. Probably pretty bad, but we shall find out, yo.
Watch yourself.
She's just like, oh, jeez. I'm just applying stuff. I don't know what'll help, but I'm just doing it. It's probably an AoE attack. I should back up. I don't even remember what abilities I have equipped right now. We're just going. Whoops. There we go. Uh-oh, he's gearing up for something. Whoops. EO help. Thank you. What was that? Oh, shoot. Fair. I accidentally killed EO otherwise. Nope, not dead. I was hoping my healing could power through that. We're getting so close. Damn, okay. If I had not accidentally killed EO, we probably could have pulled that off. Okay, not bad, not bad. He's got a lot of different attacks. Well, you know, this is one good run. Let's see it go completely backwards now. Would I even have equipped right now? I do not remember. Regenerate both you and your partner. Okay. Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah, a lot of these probably aren't super helpful, but, you know, we have them equipped. Actually, we don't need Pioneer Guidance right now. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, what is... We should probably have a different setup than this, but... Stagger resistance reduces drain effectiveness. Yeah, that's fine. Nope, back up. Ah, dodge too late. They have a lot of debuff stuff, but I don't know if he's applying anything like that. There we go, knocked down. But he's got damage resistance, it looks like. At least he swings wide and he swings far. So, you know, there's a lot of chances he can miss you. There we go, there's some tracking on that. Don't know why that happened, but it works for me. There's a lot of ways to unintentionally dodge him, and that's very helpful. Oops. Nope. Oh, I thought I had a little bit more. There we go. Came right to me. There we have it. I don't think that was the final boss, but it certainly was Argent Wolf Kingsblade. Skull King. I doubt that was the final boss, but at the very least it's beginning our line of bosses. So hopefully that was the hardest one. I don't know. I realized I could have a much more optimal build, but that works too. We did it! We did it, boys!
No. Silva has lost control of the relic.
Do you think it's our fault because we killed him so we can't concentrate on it?
Wrong?
Silva is pulling in the relics.
Okay. Oh yeah, I just realized if we die, maybe that's something we should go check out. So I just remembered we could go see Louis' sister who's under the cathedral. I completely forgot about her. I wonder if we could do anything or if we have to beat this before we can go check up on her again.
the world end here. I swear, I will stop this.
Oh, geez. We actually have lines. Took me aback for a second. You know, at least the first words we finally say are like, you know, are just like, we are going to win. That was kind of cool, though. That's kind of a cool moment. You know, even though we choose our voice actor, the Virgin Born, okay. And we're dead. Thank you, EO. As long as we don't have to fight, you know, Skull King and this back to back. Because that'd be a bit much. You know what? Maybe we should just hold this thought. We're going to... We'll come back to you. We're going to vivify out. We're going to take stock real quick, and I want to check out Karen real quick, just to see if that is there's something to that. Okay, good. We don't have to fight Skull King again. Okay, no, that's kind of a cool moment. You know, usually when you pick your voice, it's, yeah, in a game, Dark Souls game like this, it's usually just for that, you know, basically damage sound effects. Yeah, ribcage. And then, you know, and that's like, okay, that's kind of like it. But actually having our character speak and affirm we're going to win this, and this is what I'm going to do, that's kind of a cool moment. I like that. And again, we got Benjamin Diskin as the voice because he's awesome. All the voice cast is awesome, but since I chose him, I'm biased. He's my main character's voice. Okay, we got a really cool moment to have in this. Yeah, sorry, it just came to my head, Karen. I don't know if we can do anything, but, you know, it's worth a check. Yo. Nah.
Karen is a successor of the relics, like me. She is the successor of the heart. Her power is what creates blood beads. Don't worry. She shows no sign of frenzy now. Karen has an extremely high affinity for the relics, to the extent that she can alter the missile the Queen created.
Alright. So, you know, that's good. I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing. Is there anything we can do here? Wait, there is an icon for character to... Demeter. Oh, okay. Huh. Cool. Thanks, babe. I guess that's it. But we got a new blood code. That's cool, honestly. Didn't expect that. I don't suppose if we go back... Could I have always gotten that? Is that just something I totally missed? Do we have to... Is there vestiges for Demeter vestiges, or is it just, like, complete now? Let's take a look. Sorry, this just came into my head. Oh, Demeter, where is it? Auto heal. Oh, yes. Wait, yes. Oh, that's really good. I like that, actually. Well, can we just remember? There we go. Yeah, might as well use what haze we have to buy her upgrades. I like the auto heal, but, you know, increase mind and fortitude. Okay. Just checking something. Okay. So, and now that I bought that ability, not that it matters too much, but what is something I don't really need? Do I got that right, or...
It's wise to be prepared.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood how that worked. I thought maybe just having that equipped, every time we used we could just maybe I misunderstood. Okay. Back to Gowl of Stagnant Blood. I'll do some swapping of abilities around for the sake of extra might. Maybe add some stagger. Maybe add a strength boost of some kind. We'll see. And otherwise, we gotta destroy that thing. Okay, what can we move away? Conviction spike. Well, stagger resistance, reduce all drain effects, which not that bad. Stagger resistance is actually pretty good. And again, if we have that, I also realize if I maybe choose a different. Yeah, I could also choose a different blood code, but what would be very. Fion is really probably one of the best ones, at least what I've noticed. Atlas. Just thinking. Queenslayer is appropriate right now. And plus, yeah, let's go with Queenslayer. So, Final Journey. Let's not do that. You're right, Cleansing Light, the Stagger. Instead of. Okay, wait. Let's go that one. Increase stealth, Hamina. Okay. You know what? After getting that Demeter gift, I really, maybe not super essential, but let's go with this. We got this. Whoops. Okay. Oh wait, why I got switched to E-cores again, damn it. He aims a little wide. God, Jesus. How do you dodge that? What the heck? Okay, is that like a stasis thing? Nope, trying to lock. I thought I was locked on, so I was trying to unlock. You know, thing is, he's a big target, and he's got crazy spells and such, but Power through it. Greater loss dispersed. There we have it. Okay. What's next? Because that almost felt a little bit... Yeah, the thing is, he was a huge target, and while he did a lot of damage, you know, between my having multiple healing pathways going, between, you know, focus healing, high-level healing from regeneration, the damage you take, some of it gets healed back immediately. It's mainly what turned that around was just, you know, having all those buffs.
We don't have a lot of time. Hey, kid, can you handle this?
No, we've been over this! Okay. Was that it? Just wait.
It's all right.
Hey! Huh? Ew.
Sharing the pain.
In the end, no matter who I may be, even if I serve as little more than an empty vessel, you have stored so many precious memories inside of my heart, and I promise I will never allow them to fade away. Whatever happens, I will always be with you.
Yeah, that Louis, technically I've stolen your girl.
Just as you will
Technically.
always be within my heart.
Take that mask off and kiss him. Sorry.
And now, goodbye.
Wait, is she... okay? Okay, wait. Is she taking this on herself, or am I misunderstanding? Just wait a minute. Nope, never mind. Hold on. Okay.
What?
Relics.
Give it back! Oh, that's the one she gave us at the beginning. Okay. Okay, reaching out and grabbing the vestiges from the people we helped. If we didn't check on her just a bit ago, if I remember her any later, I would have saw that and go like, "What? Who's that? Oh crap! I forgot about her. I wonder if she had anything to say this entire time." Oh wait, could Io be reborn as Cruz? Is that what's happening, or? I don't know what song this is, but it's probably gonna get copyright claimed anyways. That one looks like a big version of a missile. Okay. The song is way too literal, but also kind of sweet. Sorry, okay. I take it we got a good ending then. Okay, so I take it we got a good ending, but I do not know why. I've been meaning to look into this, and I just keep forgetting. Okay. I'm gonna type in something real quick. Endings. Go to the Extra Life page. Okay, what are there, like, what is it? Okay, there's, like, 3 endings? Okay, air, conditions, do not resolve or restore the vestige of any of the successors. Okay, so that was not what was supposed to happen. Walk through the door after the battle. Yeah, so basically if I leave everyone petrified, Airs is considered the bad ending. Okay, we didn't get that. To eternity, restore both, hold that thought. Hey, guys! Okay!
In the years after Io stopped the relics from frenzying and transformed into the Weeping Tree, Karen and the others discovered a reliable source of blood beads.
Boy, we just time skipped ahead for a long time.
What as a revenant can I do? What about the outside world and the horrors there? We analyzed the signals intercepted from outside when the red mist appeared. There were countless cries for help. As revenants, we prey upon humanity. We might bring them nothing but misery. Even so, I can't just give up. In the years after Io,
okay, so it's been a couple of years and everyone's alive. I brought back all the buds. Karen.
We finally secured a steady supply of blood beads. Once again, we have Io to thank. On the day she took all of the relics, I was suddenly my old self again. And ever since then, she's been producing blood beads and even maintaining the red mist. So even if it's only a little, I want to make it so people can have normal lives in this world she's protecting for us.
Okay, basically she's become maybe not an infinite resource, but I don't know, Aurora.
I'm going to start research with Karen that will hopefully lead to methods for controlling thirst in revenants. I don't know if we'll ever find an answer, but I'm sure it will lead to better lives in the jail of the Mists. It would be nice if Louis could work with us.
What else does he have to do with his time now? I suppose without Io, is there a way to even look at vestiges now?
All the power was sucked body. He's so big and strong. Now look at me.
Yo, you're still a tough boy.
But now Jack's
Sorry, that sounded like I was
training
dressing a
grows
dog.
I don't see me as much as I used to, but I always feel close to her, even when we're apart. I think it's because we respect each other so much. I miss him, but a knight has his duty.
I was gonna say, it's been a couple of years and yet you haven't grown an inch, but I suppose they're undead, so...
This garbage heap may just have become a slightly better garbage heap. That means people have less use for what I'm selling. I'm only joking. Don't worry about me. Do your thing, okay?
Okay, fine, I will.
This garbage, that... Don't worry.
Can I not even buy stuff from her? What do I do now? Well, let's just talk to everybody real quick.
I've looked through
So yeah, I guess that was it.
documents on the Great Collapse, and the more I read, the more I understand why those creatures are called horrors. They're immune to even the most powerful weapons, and immortal like the lost that plagued the Jail of the Mists. Now I understand why revenants had to be created. The situation was that dire. And the horrors are still roaming the outside world. It must be incredibly difficult living out there.
Okay, sorry, I'm also looking up ending details.
The relic's power created the weeping tree, thanks to Eo's wish, and there's no sign of the queen coming back. It must have taken a strong will. We're ordinary
A will we
revenants
helped
without
build,
the
so you
power
know.
of the relics, but our mission still remains. As long as I live, I will continue to watch over that power, together with Jack.
Yo, man, you got a
There are no
girl.
changes in the weeping tree. It's completely normal. Don't worry. If
Okay,
anything
why are you being so
happens,
aggressive?
I swear I'll do everything in my power to stop it. Meanwhile, it's time we both do what we need to.
Okay, there's Emily. I was
My
just gonna
mission as a
say,
watcher
where's
is
Yakumo all alone?
my
Where's
duty to
Em?
protect the world still remains. I won't allow the hell here to escape and torment those outside.
I have a feeling, so there are, you know, maybe a hint at possibly a Code Vein 2, because there is, you know, if there's more stuff to do in the outside world, this can't be the only place.
Piece of her memory and a manifestation of her strength. Handle it with care. Karen and the others say it's made of the same substance as the weeping tree Io gave us after taking on all the relics. It has the ability to alter the relic's influence, if only in a small way. Is that amber blood bead Io gave? It's a piece of her memory.
Amber Bloodbead. Right. Is it just... I don't know. Okay. Is it just, you know, you have that item now, or what?
I'm glad to see that things have calmed down a bit here. Although Louie's worried again. Are the two of you ever satisfied? You finally earned some peace, so why not enjoy it? Well, whatever you choose, I'll go along with you. Do what you feel is right.
The Lost are still a dire threat to the survival of humanity, but the new provisional government is at last on a course to stop them. Silva is pushing reforms to aid as many revenants as possible.
Oh, he's alive?
I can finally get to the job of exploring the depths in earnest. You've been a great help. I must thank you. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. The provisional government would appreciate your cooperation. Please contact the government if you seek work with real meaning.
Am I being, you know, conscripted? Get out of here with that, man.
Giacomo to work for the provisional government, but he turned me down outright. Sorry, but just like you've got things you want to do, I've got things I want to do too.
Yeah, I hate him now, after everything he's done.
Well, I didn't want to work for them at first either.
There you go.
After a while of fighting to survive, I noticed I'd made a bunch of friends along the way, and here I am stuck with them. But I guess they're all pretty great, so I don't regret it at all.
I hope not. I saved your life. Wait. Oh, is there not even... Can I not even get out of here? Okay. Hold on. So maybe there's still something to do. Maybe not. I can't talk to anybody else. I forgot we had a mission board and everything. Maintain vein safety while investigating further. Stir blood. Okay. Okay. So if we go out the door, because yeah, right, there's no missile, we can't even... Maybe that's just so we don't go off and do something. Okay, do you want to leave base and return to the part of the Red Mist? Just do it. Why not? There's literally no other option. Okay, continuing to read. Okay, so... Yeah, the other... Or no, there's a couple of endings. To Eternity. So if you at least save one person, but not everyone... And Dweller in the Dark. Restore all vestiges of the successor before their respective boss fight. Then restore the memories of each successor by interacting with them, which I did on complete accident, but I thought it was... Walk an additional ending, you must also the Chaos Vestiges for them to eat. Additional counts as ending. So, yeah, Dwellers of the Dark, this is the true ending, I guess. So, good on you. Up until now.
You're leaving into the outside world?
Yo.
Yeah, I figured that's what you would do. I can't say I approve of you heading out alone, though.
At least say something before you go. After all, we're supposed to be friends, right?
Just chewing us out, that's fair.
And since you guys insist on charging ahead all the time, you're going to need someone to keep things running smoothly.
That's fair. Everybody else showing up too. Look at that bag. I didn't think it was that big.
To be honest, I'm not sure how welcome revenants will be in the outside world. But we have to keep reminding ourselves that we were all created for a reason. I'll carry on Cruz's dream. Just like you carried yours. Let's go.
Just these 5? Well, I suppose. Well... Sorry, Murasame just seems a little random. But...
Io.
Okay. Again, another time, whenever we actually have our main character speak in a cutscene, that's kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, that was official. That was Code Vein. So is that the bonus cutscene? Just, is she around? Is she calling out to him? Okay, I'm sorry. Moving on ahead. Okay, so that was Code Vein. How was it? It's pretty good. I had my rants and complaints, but all in all, Hades, Silva. I heard this is one of like the best strength-based blood codes, but you don't get it until you finish the game. Queen, code owner Queen, specializing in gifts that boost a higher stock. Okay. I'm in. Save complete. You can now play your post-completion save data. You can start the game again and just from the end, select the completed save data and load. After this, starting a new game, you can examine the door back, basically carry over on your save data and restart the story from the beginning. Okay. So, New Game Plus, which, you know, that's a nice feature to have in. Okay, yeah, so Code Vein. All in all, you know, I did really like it. I liked a lot of things about it. But, boy, 30 hours, really, I suppose. And I don't know if some of that time is a little wasted, because I don't know if... usually when I pause between episodes... 30 hours, that's almost accurate, I think, because there's time I spent grinding, and... No, but there's no real pausing in a game like this, and so between episodes, you know, I have to wait, like, 10 minutes for the... 10 so minutes for the video to process. Okay, so we can just refight the final boss again, but now we got all our new stuff. So, okay. Bread, thanks. We'll head back to home base real quick. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I was doing some grinding, but yeah, 30 hours, that feels about appropriate, I suppose you could say. Between some grinding, some levels taking quite a bit, and just some other headaches. Because overall, this is a really good, you know, Dark Souls-like game. You know, kind of like, you know, up there with Neo being like really good mechanics, but just some frustrating moments. Because there are just some things that carried over are really obnoxious, but other things that work really well. And there's so many things that now it's like, I'm trying to remember, like, where do I even begin to go with, you know, how do I even begin to talk about things? Okay. Because I suppose, in the end, I think the characters are the best thing. Like, the interactions, their ideologies, their everything, they are pretty fleshed out. Yeah, generic beats, but they represent those beats so freaking well. So that's really good. Just checking real quick. Let's check out these real quick. Queen, so a new thing for crews. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, okay, so these are... Okay, so yeah, these are, like, more abilities based on... And then Hades. Drain attacks to restore HP. Oh, I like that. Fires a cross-shaped blade. Boosts gift abilities, weapons, and drain attack power when your HP is low at a certain amount. That's cool. And creates a giant sword that falls like a guillotine upon the enemy. That's also cool. I like this. I'm just checking, because I thought Hades, A+, I thought, okay. Tower oh, okay.
How are you feeling?
Okay, so yeah, so we revert before the end of the game, which, you know, is a good way to go about a New Game Plus option. Give us the option. Okay, yeah, where to begin? Now, okay, I suppose, yeah, the characters are really good. They have a lot of personality, they have their own fleshed out moments, a lot of, you know, ideology and personality flow through them. Like I said, Yakumo is very noble and friendly, and, you know, even though I haven't used him in battle, he's probably one of the best ones. And, you know, everyone's more complex than they give off, you know? There's a lot of misdirection. There's some really good, well, very interesting, you know, story building, where you learn, like, okay, this is how Cruz, you know, this is how this happened to Cruz, this is how Louis a part of it, this is, you know, some good misdirection, like Nicola being an illusion, you know, for the longest time, because Jack already made him a successor. That was a very interesting little twist, and it really recontextualizes how you think of that duo for a little bit. You don't know them for long, but what they do, you know, some really good interactions between, like, Yakumo, Emily, Io's great, because she's, like, building up, you know? She's hollow at first, but then she becomes whole, and I think that's the point. And, you know, that's kind of a very interesting and sweet way to, like, bring about her character growth. And then, yeah, just, like, a lot of character moments that are, like, really cool. And speaking of character moments, like our character, the customization is freaking crazy, and I meant to mess with it way more than I did, but I was just kind of, like, straight line focusing on, like, what's in front of me. But otherwise, yeah, there are so many options to customize your character, so you can get, like, crazy with it. And I meant to do more with it, but I just didn't. But, yeah, there's a lot of weird customization items, big hats, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So that's really, really cool. And again, I just didn't play with it as much as I wanted to. And there's the hot spring that's like, you know, cutscene viewer and everything. So that's very nice to have so you can like re-experience those moments. Overall combat's also kind of fun. I do like, and it took me forever to realize it, you know, the different powers with their own different abilities, and there's like so many options that you can mix and match with. That's really cool. Maybe a little daunting, and if you're like me, you're kind of like headstrong and going with one option, which is like all offensive all the time. Just because, like, if you're dealing damage, that's the better way to go. But, yeah, that's kind of how... Okay, yeah, Carmilla, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like all I did. But, you know, it worked out fine. I had fun with it. And when you're fighting, there's also the combos, which I wish I'd known sooner. Which, you know, minor, but it's still kind of a cool option. Guarding with your Blood Veil, which I didn't do nearly enough. And, you know, if you hit with that Blood Veil attack, you get more, you know, ability points to use your special powers, so that's cool. Boss fights, though. Very hit and miss all throughout, because either they're most of the times they're too easy, a few times they're just right, and most times they're just freaking obnoxious. Like, okay. Let me pull up a boss list real quick. Let's go over everything. Code Vein bosses. So, you know, because some of them were just really, okay, all over, right, guy at the beginning, you know, fine, fair, good starting boss fight. Butterfly of Delirium, another, like, fine, little bit tougher, you gotta be careful, watch the poison, but it's fine. Insatiable Despot, took me a while, but eventually it's like, okay, there's a balance there. Invading Executioner, again, took me a little while to figure out how to fight her, but she was all around cool. Let's see. Argent Wolf Berserker, you know, he was fine, but just like the process of getting him was super annoying. That's also when my Elgato freaking crashed, so I'm really bitter about him. Queen's Knights, that one was, well, pretty easy. Successor of the Ribcage, successor of the Breath. Oh yeah, Gilded Hunter, successor of the Claw. Wait, which one was super annoying? No, the Ribcage was fine. The Breath was fine. Gilded Hunter was easy. Successor of the Claw was fine. Again, some of those I also beat, like, in one go, but, you know... Overall, Cannoneer, Successor, you know, yeah. Blade Bearer, Cannoneer, those were annoying. Successor of the Throat, that one was annoying. Juzo Mido, screw him. Queen Knight Reborn, fine. Descent of the Relics, I felt bad for her. And there's other bosses, including... Okay, not many bosses, really, but, you know... But it was more down to area, honestly. Underground entrance, okay, fine, little stagnant. You know, a little confusing, but once you get in Poisonous Butterfly Nest, get that figured out. You know, Howling Pit, a bit tough to navigate, a little boring, but, you know, Red Trenches... Everything was going fine, and then when I got to the Cathedral of the Sacred Blood, that's when my mood started to go down. Because this place was just hell to get through. So many winding paths, so many enemies, and then just like the annoying boss, like the Argent Wolf and everything. There was just so many things that just made it feel unfair. Like everything else was just fine, I was really enjoying it, until the Cathedral. That's when things started to go up and down rapidly. Then, you know, Memories area, which was fine, although a bit aggressive, but, you know, it wouldn't have been as bad if it wasn't blanketed right next to the Cathedral, because then it's also a tough area, and it just makes you feel like you're spinning your wheels, just sort of like, you know, everything is so daunting. I got two paths, and they both lead to just annoyance. So that didn't feel good. Richer Frozen Souls, that was fine. That was actually, you know, I was surprised how short that area was, but I'm not complaining, it was fair. Caves, that one actually was kind of fun. Falling City of Flame, bit of a maze, some tough enemies if you're not careful, but really cool. I even like the Crown of Sand. I thought this area was really cool until you had to get to the Crypt of the Throat. And then that was just like that, like, what, 2-minute trek all the way up there to then fight the, you know, Eva as the successor of the Throat. And it was just so obnoxious. Because also that boss just had, like, attacks that you couldn't dodge. Okay, back. I'm almost done here. Okay, Crypt of the Throat. And then just the battle against the Successor of the Throat was really annoying. Because she had, you know, some attacks were easy to dodge once you stop and think. But then literally she's got like that blade barrier that like spins around and then closes in on you. And then she can blind you with other sand attacks, so it's hard to avoid not getting hit. And then the worst thing of all that is just the run up to her. Having to go up from the very beginning of the crown and go all the way up, yeah, through a shortcut, but that was not needed. There were spots you could have just put a missile that were closer, and I don't see why they didn't do that. And that was just kind of like the start of an issue for a while, is that missiles just became... Actually, yeah, let's go back. Yeah, some areas were pretty small. A lot of the Indian areas were pretty small, but they also just had missiles getting farther and farther and farther away. Like, yeah, the Crypt Spire, there's 2 in the entire area. And one's at the beginning, one's at the end. And, you know, the Crypt Spire, we had the Cannoneer and the Blade Bearer. You know, an Ornstein and Smaug style, you know, Ornstein and Smaug with different elements, and it was annoying as hell. Because the Cannoneer was hard to take down and could hit you from almost anywhere, while the Blade Bearer would move all around and, you know, could keep you off your feet long enough for you to get comboed. And so that was annoying. And then we had to fight Mito, which, yes, I do realize I could have done a lot to maybe change up that fight. And, you know, applied buffs so he wouldn't hit me with Inhibit and such and such and such like that. But at the same time, when he's got, like, weird tracking attacks, that stupid ball attack that spirals around you and causes explosions that you can dodge, but chances are, when you either dodge that, and then by the time your iframes wear off, he hits you with some kind of sword strike that applies more Inhibit. And, you know, that's kind of the thing about some of those bosses, those stretch of bosses. The Throat, the Duo, and Mito, is that they blind you. They hit you, hit you, they throw one attack at you, and whether you dodge it or get hit by it, you know, either you dodge it, but then you get hit by another attack, or you don't dodge it, and the other attack goes through you, but, you know, you're already hit, so you're already at a loss. You can almost not avoid damage, it feels like. And again, it was one annoyance after another. And again, Mito, yeah, sure, I could have done some Inhibit buffs, which I really should have thought about doing sooner, but at the same time, it really didn't feel like it mattered because it was just delaying the inevitable. Because he would just find a way to apply enough damage, do enough Inhibit, and I would just lose all my abilities. Which, I understand why you shouldn't rely on them, but also it's not like the combat system, it's fine, but it's not expansive enough where you can get by without, you know, it's not expansive enough where it feels satisfying to do the combat without having the special abilities. You know, half the stuff we spend, you know, we spend experience on those too, and we need those, and there isn't much in the way of recovery for that. But, yeah, it's just, so Mito is just, like, the absolute worst. Like, just this terrible. Could not stand him. He was a bad guy, he was a bad boss fight, because he was not fun to fight, it didn't feel like a challenge, it just felt like a drag every second I was fighting him. So that didn't put me in a good mood. And then Provisional Outskirts, you know, a bit long, a bit confusing, and a bit much, because you got crazy strong enemies all over the place, with missiles few and far between, but whatever, wasn't that bad, a little annoying, but not bad. Regional Government Center, that one was a little annoying, because it was such a labyrinth. Then again, just because I assumed I'd found everything in a certain area, so I kind of avoided, like, the one open path I needed to hit. And that would have solved my problem way sooner. I was down there way too long because I was not thinking about backtracking to go, like, you know, I wasn't looking everywhere. But a little annoying. And then, yeah, then the goal, where the last two fights were just fine, you know? Beat them pretty simply, but then again, I'm also an ignorant jerk who is, like, what, level something or other? Like 100, 120? And I know I've seen, yeah, 121. And I know I've seen people say, like, oh, leveling up is literally worthless in Code Vein, and maybe those people know more than me, but at the same time, that is still increasing, you know, every stat. And that's kind of what I like about this, is that you can mix and match. You know, leveling up increases everything about you, from your health, your stamina and everything, your resistance, your damages, and then you mix it up how you want using the blood codes and gifts, which, you know, have passive bonuses, like increasing, you know, your strength, which gives you more attack damage, or, you know, whatever else. But then you can mix it up with whatever weapon you want, and whatever blood veil you want, so you can defend or attack. And there's a lot of cool mixing up with that, and then you can, once you do enough with those ones, you can mix them up with other abilities, so that's really cool. There's a versatility, while everything, it does make you feel like you're getting consistently stronger. I never really felt like I was under-leveled. I just felt like I either had to do something in the moment differently, or I have to do something different about my, you know, my blood codes, which I could have done more of, but at the same time, you know, bash your head enough, it works eventually. But yeah, and again, I could go on for a while. I do like having, like, a second person to draw aggro for once, you know. If you had to take this all by yourself, I think I would not like this as much. But at least having that second person to give you time, figure out your next attack, watch how the enemy is doing their patterns, and heal yourself, add buffs, and do a lot of other things, that was really nice. And then just some characters just, like, killed it. Like, Io, I don't know what it was about Io, but just having her equipped, she tore through. She was such a good fight. She was such a good fighter. She helped me, you know, she could cover a lot of ground. She was super useful. And I don't know about a lot of the other ones, but, you know, and also they give you their own passive abilities and such, or, you know, they have different healings and things, and you can choose to keep them around if they go down. And, you know, again, there's a lot of cool things Code Vein does, and, you know, is there a Code Vein 2 coming out? They certainly imply as much. I'd be interested to see what they would do. You know, I'm kind of done, though. Yeah.
Honestly, I want...
And there's also the deaths, which are just kind of like these little mini dungeons, which maybe if you don't do them at the end of the game like I did, they might be a little more interesting. Tower of Trials. Ugh. But then, yeah, the DLC just turns out to be, like, basically, like, a boss rush with a singular enemy, which, you know, fine, but not for me. I'm not interested in that. And that's kind of where this wraps up. So, yeah, I had a good time with Blood. I did really enjoy Code Vein. When I think about it, and I think about certain moments, I really like it. But then there are just some moments that really dragged it down and were really annoying. And maybe I raged a little bit harder than I needed to, but that doesn't make it feel better in hindsight. Like, again, Mito was probably the worst thing. Like, there's just a stretch from the throat, from getting to the cathedral, that's when things started to go down for me. And then after that, it gets a little better, but then when it gets to, like, battling the throat, and then until you beat Mito, then it goes down again. And then it's just kind of like a middling section of, you know, if you can figure it out faster than I did, maybe it's not so bad. But again, and also I never optimized anything. I just kind of like, oh, I like this, or I want to upgrade this, or let's just equip this. Let's not worry about the stats, and, you know, that probably didn't help either, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, nevertheless, Code Vein, really, I did really enjoy it. Maybe it's going to be a contender in my top 5 for the year, but then again, I still have not made that video, so I could technically edit it. Anyways, so yeah, with that all being said, we're going to wrap up here. Code Vein, good time. If you like Dark Souls, if you like games like Dark Souls, this is another flavor of it, and, you know, a little bit, even though you'll be tasting the iron in your mouth, if you bite your tongue enough and feel like the iron tastes, never mind. That analogy was not going the places I wanted it to, but yeah. Code Vein tastes of blood. No, it's not working. Never mind, forget the analogy. But yeah, it's another taste of a Dark Souls-like game that, depending on your, I suppose tolerance for anime aesthetic and personality and quirks and all the weird tropes and as such, which I'm all about it, but I can understand why it might be too grating for others. Sorry, the whole friendship is power thing, I'm a sucker for that, but I can see why people hate it. But then again, nevertheless, okay. We're gonna wrap up. That's also a cool cutscene they have there. Anyways, so with that all being said, Code Vein, really good. If you like Dark Souls, give it a shot and just, you know, taste the blood. I don't know. So until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off. And thank you for watching me play Code Vein.